refused 3 times. Then what did Narottam, Lokanath, so when Lokanath Goswami went in the jungle to, to so then he realized when he used to go to the bathroom in the jungle, he realized then somebody is cleaning this place. So Lokanath Goswami, so he Lokanath Goswami wanted to know who's been cleaning this place. So he hid behind the tree, and then he realized that it's Narottam who was cleaning the set. So he said, "Oh, who are you?" So Narottam Das Thakur said, I am your sevak. I'm your sevak." So Lokanath Goswami saw his serving mood. He gave him diksha. He gave diksha to Narottam Das Thakur. Then Narottam Das Thakur started to stay with the Lokanath Goswami, and he was doing bhajan. So one day he was doing bhajan, and Narottam Das Thakur, the guru and disciple, were doing bhajan. They were chanting Harinam. At that time, when Brajvasis came, it was a very hot weather. It was really, really hot. And the heat was really heavy. So one Brajvasi came and told Narottam Das Thakur, "Oh, please, beta, son, please give me some water." So Narottam Das Thakur put his chanting beads down and gave him some water to the Brajvasi. And then Lokanath Goswami told Narottam Das Thakur, "You are not fit to stay with me. Go back to your house and go to your house and go and feed people and do that. Go back to your house because you have interested in karma ruchi. You have ruchi in karma. So if you got ruchi in karma, then you cannot have ruchi in bhakti. You can either do karma or you do bhakti. You cannot do both." So Narottam Das Thakur said, "Okay." So Lokanath Goswami told Narottam, "You go home." So Narottam Das Thakur thought, "I came here to do bhajan." So if you look at his bhajans, the bhajans is written, what is it? Narottam Das Thakur wrote some Bangla Kirtan. So after how many lifetimes I have attained my Gurudev, and I've come to the Vrindavan here, but because my previous life samskar is such that I am not fit for the Guru Kripa. So what is the meaning? The meaning is when Gurudev, so he's saying in this bhajan that Gurudev is going to give me kripa and take me to God, but because of my karmas and I am not being able to. If we say Gurudev kripa karo, Guru and Krishna is giving you kripa, but until you will not be able to take this mercy, then, so for example, somebody fell in the well. If somebody fell in the well, how are you? He's screaming and help me. But how will we be able to help? What would you do? You would throw the rope down to him. And but if you've thrown the rope, right? But if he's not going to hold the rope, then how will you be able to lift him up from the well? So the purport is, we have got Guru and Krishna's and Gurus and Vaishnav's kripa, but how much we can accept, that is what we have to see. If we are not accepting this Guru and Vaishnava kripa, then Maya will take you towards the material life. Material life, samsar, is it happy? Does it give you happiness or suffering? No, it's a dukmaya. Dukmaya means it's suffering. It gives you suffering. But people are not realizing this. Why are they not being able to realize? Because they are not doing bhajan. How much you do bhajan, then you will realize that there is so much suffering in this material world. So this sansar life is like a fire. It's like a fire and is burning. This material world is like a fire burning everyone. Everybody is suffering, but they are not understanding it. If they understand it, if they realize it or understand it, then they forget later on. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying in the Tika, what is he saying? This is like this sansar, this material world is like a kuwa, like a well. We have all fallen in this well of this material world. How will we be delivered from this well of material world? So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, what did he say? Prahlad Maharaj is saying that we are in the cave of well, this grah, this house of life. We are all in this house of life, in this dark well, where there is scorpions, there is snakes, and they are biting us. The snakes and scorpions are biting. But still we have not having realization. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is written in the Tika, one person went into the jungle. At that time a lion started to follow that person, and he started to run, and he could see that the lion is following him. Then he saw one well, kuwa, well, and on the top of the kuwa, in the middle of the well, there was a branch of a tree. Like the branch of the tree was in the middle of the well. So he was running, and he thought, let me catch hold of this branch. Then when the lion will run away from here, then I will come out. So he got hold of the branch. So he jumped and he jumped and he got hold of the branch. Then the lion is there behind him, and he's roaring. The lion is roaring. So this person is right in the middle of the branch. He's holding this branch, and he's right in the middle. He's hanging on the branch of the tree in the middle of the well. Then he saw there were two rats. Good. This rat started to cut the branch. There was one white rat, and on the other side there was a black rat. Then he saw, oh, another elephant was coming. The elephant came. Elephant started to scratch his body, scratch his body, yes, against the tree. So the tree started to move, and then the branch he was holding on to, and he could see above his head there was a beehive on the tree, and the tree was moving. So because the tree was moving, so this beehive also started to move, and all these bees started to fly everywhere. So one of the bee came and started to bite him. With two hands he's holding the branch, and down when he sees underneath the snakes and the scorpions. Now what should he do? He cannot come out from the cow, come out from the well, because the lion is waiting for him. And if he falls down, if he jumps down, then the snakes and scorpions there for him. Then he will be killed. And then on this side he will see two rats, one black and one white rat. He's cutting the branches. So somehow the other, that branch will be cut, and then he will fall down in the well. So he will fall down eventually. Yes, he has to go. And the snakes are hissing in the well. So now, at that time he saw upper. Then at that time he saw there's a beehive, the beehive on the tree, and then a couple of this honey was falling down, like drops of honey was falling down from the beehive. He thought, okay, I have to die anyway. So he thought, oh, let me taste this drop of honey. So the drop of the honey didn't fall in his mouth, and then he tried to move his head. So he thought that second drop of his honey would fall in his mouth, but that second drop of honey fell on his nose. So the third, he tried to even taste that. He thought, oh, like I can have this third drop of honey on my tongue. So before that, what happened? The rats who were cutting the branch, they cut the branch. And he fell down in the well. And the snakes bite him. And the scorpions also started to bite him. And he was suffering, and he died and he left his body in the well. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, is giving this example, and he's saying, this material world, how are we running in this material world? What is this lion and snakes? They are our death. They are death. That represents death. And the black rat and the white rat represents the day and night. Day and night. As the sun rises in the morning, one day is gone by of our life. Yes. Today is past, right? The sun has risen. Today is Saturday. 2023. 9th. So today is 9th of December 2023. And now again we won't get this 9th of December again, 23. 9th of February 2024 will come, but 2023 will not come again. Hari-katha. If you listen to Hari-katha, then you will have some gyan, some knowledge and vairagya, detachment. You listen. You have to listen not only once. You have to listen to this again and again and again, and then by Bhagwan's kripa and Guru's kripa, you will have realization. So katha, you have to listen. So you may say, so he said, oh, I've listened to katha so many times, and okay, I've got the knowledge, but I haven't got detachment. Still, I haven't got vairagya from here. Actually, vairagya doesn't happen with gyan. You should need to have bhakti. Katha is bhakti. You have to listen properly. So what were these two rats? They were day and night. So the white rat was a day and black rat was night. So this is how our time is going by. And we are going towards death. And what is the elephant represents? Yeah, he was scratching his back on the tree. That is the desires, the desires we have. Desires, icha, desires. All these desires we have. That's the elephant. And we are like scratching. You know, like the elephant is scratching his back. And we want desires. We are not living the desires. And this beehive, the beehive represents, that's our mother, father, family, friends. The honey, enjoyment. So this honey represents is that we want happiness from it. We want this happiness. We want to enjoy, right? But we are not getting it. That's why everybody is suffering in this material world. Sansar is dukhi. There is no happiness here. If you ask mother and father, you ask your mother and father, have you got peace in your life and happiness? So he said, okay, you get married. So he said, you got married. Did you get peace? Did you get happiness and peace? All your life, what you did was work and suffering. And still they will tell their son, you get married. And also the son thinks, okay, I find. The son also is thinking, I might find a wife, Videshi, overseas wife. If I get a girl, then I want an overseas girl. But actually, the marriage is barbadi. So for one life, you should dedicate your life to Guru Seva. Don't run behind the Maya. Do Bhagwan's bhajan. Isn't it true? Mata and mother and father will say, oh, if you don't get married, how will our once run, our generation? What happens to Dhans? Your generation, it will be destroyed anyway. There's two meanings of Vamsa. Bas. In Sanskrit, Bas means Bas. Like a bansi, bamboo stick? Yeah, that's called Bas. So from a bamboo stick, you make a flute. What type of a bansuri you should be? You should be, if you want to be a flute, you should be like a Krishna's flute. So gopis are saying, Sam Sundar, you are not educated, Bas, you are running here and there, and you play the flute. You play the flute at half at midnight. You play the flute at any time, whenever you want to play the flute, and you play the flute. There's so much strength in the flute that it attracts you towards Krishna. Gopis are saying with prem, with love. But we are living in this material world. How will we be delivered? How will we deliver this material world? There is no other way. There is no other way. There is only one way, and that is do bhajan. Who do you want to come back in this material world? Put your hands up. Who wants to come back? Shashwat Maharaj. Are you coming? You come with me first time. Sometimes you listen to Katha and sometimes you don't. Then if you stay with me, then take saffron. Guruji, Well, I say, oh, I will listen to you, Gurudev. I want to listen. Whatever you say, I'll listen. But when I say take saffron, then say, oh, no, 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 I can't take. These ladies are ready to take saffron. So the ones who didn't get married, brahmachari, also are thinking there is more happiness in sansar life. It's dukhamai. Everybody in burning in this fire of this material world. It's cost, suffering. So that's why one life you give and do bhajan for Bhagwan. Narottam Das Thakur is saying, whichever ashram you stay, you do bhajan. The senses, you have to control your senses. If you cannot control your senses, then again your mind will be disturbed. And then again, then again you will go back into the material life. And then again start suffering. So like this, many times, again and again, we are coming back in this material world. So one life to bhajan. One life to Bhagwan's bhajan. That's why I said Kam and Krodh, they will come. You have to tolerate. How you have to tolerate your anger and Kam? By Harinam. One life you become brahmachari, then your next life you will have no problem. You will become so fixed in brahmachari life. So when you switch the fan on, and if you increase the speed, then the fan will start running fast. But then if you switch the fan off, then what will happen? Then slowly the panka, the fan will be running, but slowly will slow. But it will not switch off straight away, because it will still like go around 2 or 3, 4 rounds. You switch the switch off. But what's happening to the fan? The fan is still like going round and round, 2 or 3 rounds. So what is the purpose? So if you have one jivan, one life, you become brahmachari, then second life you will have no desire to go into this marriage life. How many life? Ek janam, one life. Give your one life to do bhajan. That's why I say, don't go towards darkness. Don't go towards darkness. Like in the fire, if you put ghee in the fire, then what will happen to the fire? The fire will get even bigger. That's why, similarly, in the material life, we have got so many desires, and we are just suffering. See, look at this. Is this sansar, this material life? Happiness gives you happiness or gives you suffering? What do you see? It's dukhmai. Jara, vyadhi, worries, kam, krodh, lobh, all this, all this anger, we all have this in this material world. If you do bhajan in one life, then you don't have to come back in this material world. Bas, just one life, you do your bhajan. Then you see yourself. Don't go towards Maya. Maya will come. Where there is ghee and fire, you put them together, the fire will get bigger, and the ghee will melt, and the fire will cover you up, burn you. So that's why this vasana, the desires we have in this material world, is like fire. That fire will take you and burn you. So that's why one life you do bhajan. Hare. So this is Dukmai, Vishwana Chakravarti. The story I told you earlier. This is in the Tika, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Tika. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishwanath Thakur is saying that what is this material world? But nobody understands it. And still again they go into the fire. You've burnt yourself in your fire and again you want to put your hand in the fire. Then how foolish you are. Yes, once you got suffering, you got burnt, and then why are you going into it again? Do you understand? Who? Put your hands up. Who understands? Don't go. Don't go towards the fire. There's no happiness there. It's only suffering. Maya will show you all these different pralopan. Akarsan. It will attract you. Yes, I got it. It will attract you. You know, attract.
Making so many kinds of
Pralopan means the Maya will attract you. You know, like the Maya is going to attract you. It will always nachana. It will dance you. It will dance you and wants you and attract you towards Maya. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many stories. And you listen to Puranjan Pakhan. Read the story of Puranjan and Pakhan. Tell me, have you read about them? Tell me, who was Puranjan? He is a Jivatma. Puranjan is a Jiv. Puranjan is a Jivatma. He saw that when he is giving a beautiful example. He saw a great beautiful palace. And when he saw this palace, he started to think, oh, it's beautiful, very beautiful palace. How many doors that palace has got 9 doors. It's a great big palace. It's got 9 doors. How many doors there are? How many doors do you have in your house? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is 1 door. So there is only 1 door in the house. Who is in the ground floor? Ground floor, they'll have 2 doors, right? 1 door in the front and one backyard. So if there is a fire, then there is another door at the back. But in India, they don't have that system. So when you go to England, America, wherever there is a big apartments, fire exit. There'll be a fire exit. So they'll have 2 doors. Entrance and exit. They in overseas country, they have a value for human beings. But in India, they have no value for human beings. If they die, then they think, oh, it's good, they're dead. So that's why they built a building with a fire exit. Yes, fire exit. I think it's just regulation that every building has to have a fire exit. No, यहाँ तो है नहीं है. For staircase, come, okay, it's not here. Rules have, but nobody follows. Fire exit तो है यहाँ. Staircase है ना? Staircase. ये जो staircase है ना, fire exit का वो पूरा वो है. So you have to run down quick. Staircase. So he's saying the fire exit, the stairs of the fire exit. But in overseas, there's always a fire exit behind the building.
जैसे मानो अकस्मात यहाँ पर
So, for example, if this caught fire, right? Like, let's say we think if there's a fire because of electricity or somewhere, then how will you come out from this building or from this flat? So there's front door and there's one door at the back, but here there's no door at the back. And if you go the other end, then who will save you? Fire brigade will come, but how will save you? Anyway, why I'm saying this is now 9 doors. So this palace had 9 doors. This Navarupi, there were 9 types of door. That is Griya, that is family life. We have got 9 doors. On top 7 doors and 2 doors at the bottom. So he saw this beautiful Puri. Puranjan. Puranja is what? Jiva Atma. And he saw this palace with 9 doors. Listen to this story in Bhagavatam. Katha is such a beautiful Katha. Have you got Bhagavatam in the house? You should read this Katha. He said, I've read, but I don't remember anything. That's why you cannot speak. So this palace is 9 doors. So he Jivatma, he saw this beautiful, he saw this building with 9 doors. Upar 7 on the top and 2 at the bottom. So the 2 eyes, this mouth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ears and jeep. What is this? They are the doors. And then the passing urine and the passing fishes, that's 2 more doors there. So you decorated this palace very nicely. Even Bhagwan has made this body, so nobody has been able to build a building like what Bhagwan made this body. So this body, like this, a house that. Where is the nose? On the top, right? If the nose is under, then what would you do? Then you would not be able to live, right? Because the smell and yes, will disturb you. So Bhagwan made it in such a beautiful way that it's like he made so much nice inside the heart. He knows where he has to put everything, and he's done it a perfect job. He's done very nicely. He's done it very perfectly and he's decorated it very nicely. So digestive system, digestive system is created. This is rasoi. This is like kitchen. The kitchen is what? The kitchen is the digestive system, right? So we cook in the kitchen. What do we do in the kitchen? We cook. So when you eat, then this cook, the food has to be cooked. That means digested in your body. So ras, the taste, root. So that's how the blood is going. You eat and the food is digested and then it goes into the blood. So these 9 doors. So these 9 doors, he saw this beautiful palace, right? Jiva, he got very happy when he saw this place. 9. So then he thought, oh well, how can I stay alone in this building? So in the Shastra it's written, right, you got a house, okay, it's a house, right? But if nobody stays, then it's called Griya, Grihini, wife. Grini means a wife. If the house you live alone and there's no wife, then what's the value of the house? Who looks after the house, who cleans the house is the wife. Wife cleans the house. Sansar is nice. You decorated it nicely. The mothers, they look after this very nicely.
पुरुष तो काम करते रहते, उनके
husbands
पास
or
समय
the
कहाँ
men are working.
है
They
कि
don't
नहीं
have time.
है? हमारे भारतीय सभ्यता
In our
संस्कृति
Bharata,
में
in our
है,
Indian culture,
पुरुष क्या करते हैं?
what does the
काम
men
करते
do? Men do the work.
हैं,
They go out to work.
अर्थोपार्जन
They go
करते
out
हैं।
to earn.
और रमण स्त्री क्या
And the
करती है? घर के
Ramani
चीजों से
wife, what does she do?
सजा करके रखना,
She
जहाँ पर
decorates the house, wherever there should be the bedroom, where
मैंने
should be the
पूछा ये
kitchen.
सुंदर करके
And I
सजा
asked
करके
your
रखा,
mother, like, oh, you got nice
बेडरूम डिजाइन
kitchen
कौन
there, there's a
बनाएगी
bedroom.
और साफ
And
सुधार करके रखी
yeah.
हैं, है कि नहीं? गृह की सबसे गृह की सौंदर्य
In the
आदि
beauty
कौन
about
ठीक
the
करके
house,
रखते
who
हैं?
can make the beauty of the house
हैं? माताएं
is the mothers,
है कि नहीं है?
is the ladies.
हैं? इस संसार में
In
यदि
this
स्त्री नहीं हो
sansar, if there was no
वो
lady,
घर के
if there
कौन
was no
सजाएगा?
female, then who would do all
हैं?
this housework?
पुरुष लोग तो खा और थाली
Bas,
को फेंक कर चले गए,
men eat and they leave their
कौन धोए पता
plates there.
नहीं, है कि धोते
They
हैं
don't
कोई?
even wash their plates.
हैं? वो किसको धोना पड़ता है?
Who has to wash?
हैं? देखो माँ को पूछो,
The mother. She has to wash.
हैं? धोना पड़ता है। बर्तन आदि
You
साफ
know,
सुधार
washing the
करके
plates
गृह की
and
सुंदर करके सजाना करते
utensils, they
हैं।
wash it and clean it
काम
and they
8 घंटा
make
काम
the
किया
house very
और
nice
घर
and
में आकर
clean.
के लेट
Men
जाते
go out and work 8
और
hours
चुपके से
and they
उन्होंने 24
come
घंटा काम करती है,
and they lie down when
करती
they
कि नहीं
come.
करती?
They are tired and sit down
खाने
on
के
the
समय
sofa. But the lady is
हैं?
serving
24
24
घंटे में 24
hours.
घंटे उनके काम करना पड़ता
She is working 24 hours.
है, छोटी छोटी काम के सब कुछ
Like
देखभाल
small,
करना
small, she has to look at everything. Everything's running
बात
well
सही है
in
कि
the
नहीं?
house. Isn't
हम
that
सही
true?
बोलते हैं, सच
I'm
है,
telling you the truth.
हैं? हैं? पुरुष तो काम कर किया 8 घंटा ड्यूटी
But
किया
the
ऑफिस
man
में,
did the
फिर
duty
रात
of
में
8
बोला तुमने
hours
क्या किया?
and then he come home and they
हैं?
tell the wife, oh, you haven't done
अरे
anything.
थोड़ी
What
सी
have you
रसोई बना
done?
दिया,
But you just cooked a little bit
हैं? और थोड़ी सी बर्तन धो दिया,
and you
फिर
washed
जो रसोई बना एक दिन
plates.
खाएगी,
One,
बोले मैं
that's all you
अपने
did.
माँ की जा रही हूँ,
And then you say,
माँ
oh,
की जा रही
I'm going to my
हूँ,
mother's
अपने
house.
रसोई बना करके खा
Then he
ले,
said, I'm going to my
और माँ
mother's
के घर
house.
में
The
2
wife
दिन
said,
रह गए
okay,
ना,
then I'm going to
वो
my
कहते अरे
mother's
जल्दी
house
आ जाओ,
and you
एक दिन
cook.
भी
The man will not be able to
हैं?
live, not even for one
वो
day
बर्तन भी
without.
धोएगी,
He didn't even wash
हैं?
the
तब पता
utensils
चलता है
for one day.
हैं?
When she went to the mother's house, then you know
अरे बात तो सही है कि नहीं है?
what is the
हैं?
situation.
अरे जल्दी आ जाओ,
Then
ये
the
बर्तन
husband
धोना,
said, "Oh,
ये
come back,
घर को
wife,
साफ
come
करना,
back.
हैं?
You have to clean the
ये वो
house. You have to
करना।
cook."
हम लोग के इंडिया में तो मेड रखते
In
हैं,
India, you
मेड
keep a
रखते हैं,
maid.
जो काम
In
करने
India,
वाली
they have maid.
हैं, वो भी
She,
एक एक घर में 3 मेड
in
रखते हैं, 4
sometimes in
मेड,
houses they have
एक
3
सुबह
maid
वाली,
or 4
एक
maid.
दोपहर की वाली
One maid
और
comes
एक
in the morning, one
शाम
comes
वाली,
out afternoon, and
खाना
the
बनाने वाली, और
third
ये
maid
खाना
comes
बनाने
in the
वाली औरत
evening.
है।
Then there'll be
विदेश
one
में ऐसे
person
नहीं करते,
who will have cook. No, one person does everything.
विदेश में
Everything
एक मेड
in
रखो ना, ताकि
in
तुम्हारे
foreign
सारा कोई
countries,
आ जाएगा काम
in
करने,
foreign countries they have no maid. If
हैं?
you have a maid, then you have to pay a lot of money.
विदेश में
So in
मेड रखना बहुत
overseas,
है, खतरनाक है,
it's
खतरनाक समझ,
very
खतरनाक
hard.
है, कठिन कमाने के लिए
It's
खतरनाक
very not good to have
बहुत
maid.
डेंजर
It's very dangerous.
है। मैं तो
to
देखा
have maid.
विदेश में किसी के घर में
Maid nahi hai. Nobody I've seen in Western
बहुत
country.
कोई एक बड़े
Nobody
अमीर
maiden
हो,
unless somebody is very
है,
rich.
वो भी हफ्ता में 2 दिन आता है कि 3
That
दिन आता है,
also maybe they
है,
come
वो
twice
साफ
only
करके,
in one
वो
month
भी 4
to
घंटे
clean
में
the
उसमें पैसा
dust,
देना पड़ता है,
and then you have to
हर
pay her
आवर
for hour.
हर
You have to
आवर
pay
$10
them.
पर
You have to
$15
pay the
$20,
maid 1 hour $10.
हाँ? है कि नहीं है? मैं तो 25 साल विदेश में
I
बीता
for
रहा।
25 years
मेरे साथ के
I've
बड़े
been
बड़े डॉक्टर के जिनके घर में
I've
जी
been
रहा था,
doing prachar
और
overseas,
देखता रहा था, मैंने
and I see it,
प्रोत्साहन करते, बोले आप इतने बड़े अमीर हो,
and I said,
डॉक्टर हो,
"Oh, you are
हैं?
so doctor, you are so
बोले
rich,
महाराज क्या करें,
so
जितना काम
wealthy,
करके, वो एक क्या
but
बोले,
still, whatever I earn,
मेड रखे ना,
if you
तो
keep
मेरा
a maid,
जितना भी कमाई है,
it
उसे,
will. If I have a maid, then
वो
all
सब
my
चला जाएगा,
savings, all my earnings would
हैं?
go
वो भी
in
मेड
my
रखे तो फिर
maid."
आपकी इंश्योरेंस भी भरना पड़ता
And
है,
then also you have to keep a maid, then you
हाँ?
have to also pay for the maid's
हाँ।
insurance.
उसके भी मेड के भी
You have to pay the medical.
इंश्योरेंस आपको हर महीने आपको उनके लिए
Every month you have
अलग
to
करना
pay
पड़ता है, इंश्योरेंस
the maid's insurance.
आज मैं वो बता रहे थे, मैं सुनते तो मैं हैरान हो जाता,
When I heard this, I got
उनके फ्लोर पर थोड़ा कुछ कहीं पानी पानी पड़ा हुआ था,
there was some water
हैं?
on the floor.
आज नहीं और उसके मेड जो है चल रहा
Okay.
था, वो गिर
So,
गई
and the maid
है।
slipped,
देखो उसके लिए कितने पैसा
and then you had to pay
खर्च करना
so much money to spend for the
है।
maid.
हमारे
So,
इधर है जो तुम गए कि
here,
यहाँ मत चलो,
here, if you
है
fall down, we
इतना
don't care.
पैसा दिया चलो
Chalo, we give
खत्म
you
हो गया,
£100 extra, and then
है।
that's it, done.
विदेश में ऐसे नहीं
In overseas, you cannot do that.
है। विदेश में काम
In
करने वाले की जो है
even the maid,
बिल्कुल
you have to
आपके
take,
परिवार के
you have
सदस्य
to
के
take
भांति
care of
पूरा
the
उसकी
maid. You have to look after
जिम्मेदारी
her,
लेना
just like you have to take the responsibility of her
है।
fully, like a family member.
हम इसे करेंगे इस
Why I'm
संसार
saying this material life is
है,
suffering,
वो स्त्री हो
whether
अथवा
you are a man or a woman.
इसे करे भगवान के धाम में चलो,
Chalo, so that's
बोलो
why
वृंदावन में चलो,
come back to
भगवान
God's
को भजन
abode.
करो, मत जाओ
Come to
माया की ओर।
Vrindavan. Don't go towards Maya.
है। इसलिए पुरंजन पुरंजनी के
That's why
बखान बार बार करो,
Puranjan,
तभी तुम्हें समझ में
read
आएगा।
that katha again and again, then you'll
है, कि
understand it.
पुरंजन
That
क्या
Puranjan,
करने लगे, उस
Puranjan
घर में रहने।
he started to
फिर
live
घर
in
में
this
जब रहने लगे,
house.
हमने कहा ना घर में कोई
Puranjan
अकेला नहीं
started to
रहता
live the house, and in the
है।
house you cannot
वो
live
ये बर्तन
alone.
साफ करेगा तब क्या करता है,
So he's cleaning
पुरंजन
the
के
pots.
ढूंढना पड़ता है।
Then you have to do what? You have to go and look for a wife. You have to go and look
पत्नी
for the
आए कि
wife,
पहले क्या होगा,
and then
चंद्रबदनी
the
हो जाती
wife comes. Then
क्या
she's
आती
like a
है,
Chandramukhi.
चंद्रबदनी।
She's like
चंद्रबदनी
a
समझते हो,
moon.
इसलिए तो
She's
विवाह के बाद क्या करने जाते
so
हैं,
after marriage, what happens?
क्या करते
Honeymoon.
हैं, हैं?
Honeymoon.
हनीमून।
After marriage, you go on honeymoon.
फिर इसके बाद
Then
कुछ
after
समय
that,
के बाद क्या
after
क्या हो
1 year,
हैं? क्या हो जाता है,
after 1 year, Suryamukhi.
सूरजमुखी हो
They
जाता
become Suryamukhi,
है। इस संसार में
like
इतने
the
चाहते
sun.
होता है, कहाँ तक हो सकता है बताओ, और रोज पति पत्नी में झगड़ा ही चलता है।
Every day there is an argument between husband and wife.
दो एक कोई बचे हुए तो कोई बात
Okay,
नहीं,
chalo, if you have
मैं
2 or
सबकी
3
नहीं
children,
करूँगा,
I'm not
नहीं,
talking about
भगवान
everyone.
अपनी भला करे, अच्छा ही बात है।
I'm not talking for everyone.
है 98%
90,
में आप देखोगे
98%
कि
you will
झगड़ा
see.
नहीं होता, झगड़ा होता है कि नहीं होता?
You will
कोई
see
दो एक आदमी
every
की नहीं
house,
होती,
you'll see arguments or
झगड़ा
some
नहीं होता।
fighting going on.
ज्यादातर
There
जैसा
may be only 1 or 2 houses that there may no fighting.
एक दूसरे के, ये तुम्हारी कमी है, ये तुम्हारी कमी
And
है,
everybody will start
है
seeing
कि नहीं?
faults in others and say, oh, this is your fault, this is it's tukmai.
हाँ, बताओ, क्या करोगे? और फिर क्या हो जाता है,
And then
फिर सूरजमुखी से क्या हो जाता है,
after Suryamukhi becomes
जाओ,
Jwalamukhi.
संसार में रहना कठिन हो जाता
Then it will become so difficult to
है।
stay
हमारे पिता
together.
अच्छा है,
Your
उनके
mother
एक
and father, I
लड़का है,
said, they
और
only
एक
have
लड़की
one
नहीं,
son,
लड़का
there is
नहीं। अच्छा है कि नहीं?
no daughters.
एक
That's
लड़की
good,
को
isn't
तो
it?
शादी कराना, फिर
If you have a
बाल बच्चा,
daughter,
उसके
then
लिए
you have to
देखभाल
get
कराना,
her
फिर
married and
उसके
then
लिए तुम्हारा
look after
सारा
her grandchildren, and then
चिंता रहता
your life will be just absorbed in
है कि नहीं
worries.
है भैया? मैं
Isn't
सच
that?
बोल रहा हूँ कि नहीं?
Am I not telling you
हैं?
the truth?
पूछो पड़ोसी के बड़े
Ask your neighbors.
हैं? अपने लिए जितना कष्ट नहीं होता है,
If
हजारों कष्ट होता है, अपने परिवार लोगों के
you
उतने नहीं
you
होते।
have to pay so much responsibility for your
ना उसके
family
नाती
life
पोती
than
किसी को हो
yourself.
जाए, उसके कोई बीमार हो
Then
गया, कुछ इसके
then
लिए
if your
आपको भी चिंता
granddaughter gets sick, then you have to worry about that.
है। बात ऐसे ही कि नहीं है?
Your grandchildren get
उसके
sick,
लिए
then you
जाओ,
have to worry
उसके लिए
about
काम
that.
करो, वो करो,
Then go and do this.
हैं?
Take the grandchild to the doctor.
कितना
What?
कष्ट है।
It's cost. It's really.
इसलिए विश्वनाथ चक्र इसी
That's why
कार्य
Vishnu
और भी
Chakravarti is
पुरंजन का
saying,
उपाख्यान दिखा
and then he's showing this story of
अंत में
Puranjan,
पुरंजन विचार
Puranjani.
करने लगे, हाय यार
And
मैंने
then
क्या किया?
at the end, Puranjan started to think, what have I
इस
done?
शरीर में उसके जरा व्याधि आ
This
गई,
body, what have I done with this body?
वृद्ध काल आ गया,
Now the old age is
और
here,
अंत में शरीर छोड़,
and at the end, I will leave this
फिर अंत
body.
में शरीर कैसे छोड़े? वही
How will I be able to leave this
स्मरण
body?
करते करते शरीर।
How will I leave this body? Because of that Puranjani Ashakti. I'm
इसलिए
attached to
दूसरी
the
जन्म में
wife.
वो पुरंजन
And
पुरुष क्या होकर जन्म लिया?
so the next life, that Puranjan took a
देखो, पहले
birth as
पुरुष था, अभी क्या हो
Puranjani.
गया?
So first he was a male, and the next life he was a female.
इसको कुछ स्मरण था।
Why? Because he had some remembrance of his previous. So then, when it became a woman's body, Puranjani, then he had some remembrance from his previous life. So he went to a Sant Mahatma and he took some siksha.
है?
And
और उसको
diksha.
स्मरण करते भागवत
And then
करते करते
he started to do bhajan.
फिर भगवत धाम
bhajan,
में चले
and
बोलो
then when he
वृंदावन
left his
बिहारी
body,
लाल
then he went back to Godhead.
है। इसलिए एक जन्म भाई
So
भगवत
that's
भजन
why one bhajan, one life you do
है।
bhajan.
यदि भगवत भजन नहीं किया
If
माया
you've
में
not
चले गए
done
तो वापस आना
Bhagavad
मुश्किल
Mantra
है।
and you do Maya, it's very
एक
difficult
बार
to
कोई
come
माया
back.
में चले गए
Once
तो
you are
क्या करें,
gone into the Maya,
करंट इतने ही दूर तक
the
लेके नहीं
current
चलेगा,
will take you
फिर
so
वापिस
far
आना
away, and to
संभव
come
नहीं
back is very, very
है।
hard. It's very difficult.
आज इसलिए कहते हैं
That's
मत
why
जाओ माया की
don't
तरफ
go
मत
towards
जाओ।
Maya.
उत्तिष्ठ जागृत प्राप्तो वरानो निबोधत कृष्ण धारा निशित द्रुत्या दुर्गम पतस्तोत कवयो बदंती। उठो जागो उत्तिष्ठ
Jago, wake
जागृत,
up, get up, wake
जागो
up.
सब सोए हुए हैं,
You're all sleeping.
कहते नहीं तो हम जगे हुए
We
नहीं,
think, oh, we think we are awake.
बड़ी
But no,
पारमार्थी के तुम्हें सोए हुए
because
हो,
Paramatma, in a spiritual world,
जागो
you are sleeping. Get up
अर्थात शास्त्र के अंदर में शास्त्र प्रवेश करो
and listen, read, listen to, read Shastras, listen to Hari-katha from
श्रेष्ठ वस्तु
sadhus.
आप अपने ग्रहण करो। श्रेष्ठ वस्तु क्या है,
What is the topmost zest? Zest means topmost. What is it? What's the most important is Harinam, bhajan.
उत्तिष्ठ जागृत प्राप्तो वरान निबोधो कृष्ण धारा निशित द्रुत्य। ये संसार
This
कैसे बने,
material
कुर की
world
भांति धार है, कुर समझते हो
is
क्या,
a good
रेजर,
razor. It's like a
all we are
blade.
talking
It's like a
on the
blade of a
edge
sword.
of the
Sword.
razor.
Sword. Oh, yeah, it's like a blade of a razor. You know the razor we use for shave is so sharp, like a
थोड़ा सा
razor.
पैर
If you
ऐसा
move your
ये हो
blade,
जाए, पैर कट
if
जाए,
you are walking on the blade of a razor,
इसे कृष्ण
and if
धारा
your
निशित
feet
द्रुत्य
falls like this, then
संसार
you
ऐसा
get
नहीं,
injured.
अंधकार में
So
काम करो,
material life is like
अंधकार में
that.
कुछ दिखाई
It's
पड़ता है,
in the darkness. Can you see anything in the darkness? No.
बनाना निबोधत कृष्ण धारा निशित द्रुत्य दुर्गम पसस्तोत कवयो बदंती। इस संसार जो है
This material life
दुख
is a dukkhamai,
है, आग
suffering.
चारों तरफ आग झुलस रही।
4 times around you the fire is burning.
आज एक जन्म भाई भगवान
At least one life do your bhajan.
है, एक जन्म क्या करो,
In one life
भगवान के भजन करो।
do
हरे
your
कृष्णा
bhajan. Hare
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। एक जन्म भगवान के भजन,
one life do your bhajan. Then you will have some gyan and vairagya. With bhakti you will automatically you get gyan and vairagya.
पारण के समय
Ah, Hare Krishna.
बोलिए आज जगन्नाथ प्रसाद
Jagannath Prasad.
जगन्नाथ प्रसाद
आ जाए 5 मिनट है
3 minutes.
आ जाए।
So that's why
एक जन्म भजन
one
माया की
life,
तरफ मत जाओ।
don't go towards Maya.
क्या बोलते हैं, माया की तरफ मत जाओ,
Don't go towards Maya. Do bhakti.
है, और रोज बैठे हरि नाम करो,
Do Harinam.
गुरु वैष्णव की सेवा करो,
Serve Guru and Vaishnavas.
ठाकुर जी सेवा करो,
Thakur ji seva.
है, ठीक है ना।
ठीक है, okay.
और वृंदावन
Bihari Lal ki jai.
है, समझ में आ रहा है?
Do you understand? You don't understand it, but
समझ में क्या है, वो तो सुन रहे हैं।
you're listening, but you're not understanding
समझ
it.
में आ रहा क्या क्या?
When you,
गुरु शिष्य के बोले,
then understanding means what? A guru is speaking to a
क्या
sishya.
बोला? गुरु बोले बेटा
Guru said, "Beta,
एक गिलास पानी
go
लेकर
bring
क्या?
me 1 glass of water."
हैं? ऐसा बैठा हुआ है।
And the sishya is sitting down.
अरे सुन रहे भी नहीं, बोले
And said, "Hey, Gurudev, did you hear?" Gurudev said, "Hey, sishya, disciple, did you hear?"
बोले कैसे सुने नहीं गुरुदेव,
So,
आपने बोला पानी ले आओ।
So he said, "Disciple, I said." So the disciple said, "Hey, I heard you. You said bring water." So
तात्पर्य क्या है? सुनने
So
के
when-
बाद जो स्वयं
then listening after you have to listen means actually follow and practice.
नहीं हो रहा है,
Practice.
और श्रवण नहीं हो रहा
Why? So if you don't practice, then you are not listening.
है। इसलिए माया के तरफ मत
That's why
जाओ।
don't go towards Maya.
क्या बोला?
What did I say? Don't go with my
एक जन्म विधि करना, एक जन्म सुनो,
one life. Listen.
एक जन्म
One listen. The Shravan. Listen.
भगवान की प्रार्थना करो, प्रभु
Pray to
ये
Bhagwan.
संसार जो कि कारागार से मुझे
Mukta karo. protect me, deliver me from this material life, and pray to God.
भगवान के भजन करो। हरे
Krishna,
कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. But Gurudev, who's already got married, what to do with them?
ऑलरेडी मैरिड
हाँ.
पति पत्नी भगवान के भजन करो। जो विवाह कर लिया तो क्या करें? मिलके भजन करो।
Oh, yeah. I asked him a question saying that, oh, what if somebody is already married? Then he said, well, husband and wife, if you got married, then do the bhajan together. Then what can you?
आप तो घर संसार छोड़ नहीं सकते कि नहीं?
Because you cannot live can you live your material life, the family life? No. So stay together. Yes. और दीदी सामने दीदी
बाबू भाई सामने कितने सुंदर है। ठाकुर जी के भजन करो।
do ठाकुर जी भजन।
भजन माने सेवा।
सेवा। भजन means सेवा।
आपके घर में भी होनी चाहिए कि नहीं?
हरे कृष्णा। I mean glass. हरि बोल। धन्यवाद धन्यवाद। I'm translating.
भगवान के भजन को।
Do stay in the house and do bhajan. But one question: people who are already married, do you think they cannot go back to home like Godhead? मैरिड जो मैरिड फैमिली लाइफ में है, फैमिली लाइफ में रहते हैं, सो दे कैन नॉट गो बैक टू गॉडेड, लाइक गो बैक टू अबोर्ड।
जो मैरिड है भगवान के भजन करना पड़ेगा ना।
हाँ, भजन करते हैं तो मैं सुना कि ब्रह्मचारी और ओनली मेल बॉडीज कैन गो।
नो तो आप इतने समय क्या बोला
ना, पर
भजन जो करेगा,
whoever Gurudev is saying, I asked the question, if somebody is doing in a family life, does it mean that they will not be able to go to about back to Godhead? But Gurudev is saying that everyone has to do bhajan. So he said bhajan means seva. Everyone has to be. It doesn't matter whether even if you are brahmachari and if you are not doing bhajan, then you cannot go, or you are sannyasi. So wherever in situation you are, you have to do bhajan. So what did you understand? Whichever situation, whichever place, whichever situation you are there, you have to do bhajan. So whatever situation you are there, okay, you are in the household life, then you do bhajan. Guru have taken diksha and Guru take diksha and Harinam from Gurudev and do Thakur Seva and do bhajan. If you not get married, then don't get married. Then don't get married. Then do bhajan. I haven't got married. So I'm saying to doing the married. Whatever situation you are doing, then do your bhajan. If you are a grihastha or a tagi, you have to do bhajan, you have to do harinam. What did you hear? Bhajan. Whichever situation you are in, you do bhajan. Don't go towards Maya. Okay, if you are grihastha, you are in a household life, but you do bhajan. Already you got married and then again you get married. I got married again and the second time you got married. What do you think you'll get happen if you get married second time? You'll be happy? You'll get peace? You tell me. No. You won't. That's why don't go. Whoever listens to me, he say don't go towards married life. Sansar, household life is dukhmayi.
एक बार तुम्हें दुख मिला कि नहीं मिला?
You got suffering once, right?
जैसे उदाहरण क्या दे,
Example is there's a guy, one cow is living in the Goshala. There's fire in that Goshala for around. Somebody came and opened the door of the Goshala. So the guy will leave the door and guy will come out. Do you think the guy will go back again in the Goshala? No. But Manusha, human being, wants to go back in. You've been burned. That's why you want to get married again. Second time they want to get married. So that how foolish is he? So that's what the story, that honey, you know that honey, he wanted to taste honey, and again he wanted to taste honey. So he's saying, don't go towards, but do Bhagwan's bhajan. One life, you do Bhagwan's bhajan. Bhagwan has given you siksha. He's given you siksha, right? He's told, and then you know the siksha, and then again chalo, person who doesn't know maybe goes into married life, right? But somebody who has got siksha, and then you also want to go. Once you got married, and the Maya, whether you're a man or a woman, you already had suffering in one marriage, then why would you want to go again into the second marriage? And then you so if how much suffering you did in first marriage, then you'll get 3 times more suffering in the second marriage. But that's not, it's not true. Yes, so what is the truth? What is the truth you are thinking that's lies? What is not the truth you think that's truth? Bhagwan has given you kripa in this life, but again you want to go back into Maya. Don't go back into the Maya. For one life, do Bhagavad Bhajan. Once you go into the family life, then it's so difficult to take that responsibility of taking care of the family. Every day there'll be arguments in the house. Tell me whether you are a rich or a poor. Tell me in which household there is no arguments. Somebody says, oh, I've got a lot of money, that I'm very happy. But no, there's not real happiness. That is suffering. So that's why don't go towards material life, household life. Go to do bhajan. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Pyari Lal ki Jai. Jai Shri Radhe. Gurudev ki Jai. Sadhu Guru will give you the right knowledge, but if you will then then you don't listen, then what? Then you say, oh Gurudev, kripa karo. I give you kripa, but you don't want to take kripa, then what can I do? Then what can I do? Gurudev is doing kripa, he is having mercy on you, he is given you Harinam. Yes, Harinam means he is given you Hari Shakshak Bhagwan. Bhagwan ka seva karo, do serve. Then you tell me, what can Gurudev kripa? What kripa do you want from Guru? Har roz you write down and say, give me kripa, Gurudev. So Gurudev is given you kripa. But to ask the kripa is to do Hari Bhajan and fix your mind to the
है? नहीं नहीं, दूसरी है गुरुदेव।
Kabi Moro Sodina Habi, na? Gurudev Kabi. Look for it.
गुरुदेव कवि तब करुणा प्रकाशी, ठीक है। कवि मोर सेरी न हवे, हाँ यही श्लोक है। गुरुदेव कवि मोर सेरी न हवे, আরে মন স্থির করি নিজনে বসিয়া কৃষ্ণ নাম গাব যাবে। আর সংসার পুকার কানে না পশিবে, সংসার পুকার কানে না পশিবে, দেহ রোগ দূরে যাবে, দেহ রোগ দূরে যাবে। हरे कृष्ण बोली गाइते गाइते नयने बोली बेलोर, আর দেহেতে পুলক উদিত হইবে, প্রেমেতে করিবে ভোর। গদ গদ বাণী মুখে বাইরিবে, কবে সংসার কাঁপিবে শরীর মম। আরে ঘর্ম মোর মোর, ঘর্ম মোর মোর,
মোহ বিভাবে হইবে,
সম্বিতে প্রলয় সম। আরে
নিষ্কপটে হেন দশা কবে হবে, নিরন্তর নামে গাব।
আর আবেশে রইয়া দেহ যাত্রা করি, তোমার করুণা পাব।
Nityanand Prabhu's this song, this bhajan is Gurudev Kabhi More Se Dina Habi.
Oh Gurudev, when will that day be mine? And making my mind and steady and sitting in a solitary place, and I will sing Krishna names on all that time I would live. Tropics will not enter and my ears, and the disease of the body will remain far away. देह रोग दूर जाए, क्योंकि शरीर में रोग क्या होता है? ये शरीर में रोग आकर के मेरा भजन की भी बाधा डालते है कि नहीं? है शरीर में रोग है कि नहीं है?
The disease we have in the body, right? What is doing? When you have disease in the body, what is the disease do? Disease is an obstacle to our bhajan. Sometimes your feet, knees are hurting, or your back is hurting. There are so many different types of disease. So that's why it's in pride. Hey, he's praying that when will this disease go away far from my body?
Hare Krishna boli gaite gaite, nayane nayane bohibe loro. While chanting Hare Krishna, tears will flow from my eyes, and the hair of
I
my
can do that.
body will
While chanting Hare Krishna, tears will flow from my eyes, the hair of my body will stand on end, and I shall become overwhelmed with prem. So how will I get this prem? When? So you have to pray. You have to pray. You have to do prarthana, prayers like this. So when will that day, when will this day come where when my
body will tremble.
The words from my mouth will become choked, my body will tremble, perspire repeatedly and turn pale, pale in color, and I will become stunned as if devastated. As if devastated. I say that. It's Gurudev Kabhi More Se Dina Habi.
When shall I attain such sincere state that I will continuously sing the holy name.
When shall I attain such a sincere state that when day that I will continuously sing the Hari name? So when you have got disease, then you cannot do Hari Nam. So you have to go far away from the disease, body of the disease. So when you do bhajan, you will anubhav. You will know by doing bhajan whether you have disease in your body. As long as you live in this material world, then obviously disease will be there. Disease and worries will be there, but by doing bhajan and bhajan, then you will have no worries of this disease.
At that time, remaining absorbed in ecstasy and doing only what is.
At that time, remaining absorbed in ecstasy and doing only what is necessary to maintain my body, I shall receive your mercy. So you have to pray like this. You do this kirtan every day. And Nityanand Prabhu, Akhanda Guru Tattva, and pray to Akhanda Guru Tattva, pray to Baladev Prabhu. When your predicted time will come, and you will give up this body and attain the abode of the Godhead. Like a snake, it's like a snake. When the snake leaves his old skin, in the same way, when you do your bhajan and when your predicted time will come, you will attain abode of the Lord with your transcendental constitutional body, Siddhadiya. That's why Bhakti Vinod Thakur is Ke dekhite bhulibe kabe nij sthula porichaya.
Are nayane heribo brajapura sobha nijo chitta chidananda moya.
I will take birth in Vrishabhanu, like doing bhajan. At that time, I shall take birth in the village of Srila Maharaj. By doing bhajan, you will have realization in your heart. Dekhite. So it says, dekhite, dekhite. When before my very sight will my bodily self-conception disappear. At the moment still whatever we have this bodily conception. I'm man, I'm a woman. But by doing bhajan, this bodily self-conception will disappear. Dekhite, dekhite. When before my very sight will my bodily self-conception disappear. Then what is your goal? That I am the, what is your power? The mood. The mood you will have is, I am the dasi of Radharani. You will have to give up your ego. It will not come within one day. See, Pratik, this bodily conception you have to give up. Slowly, slowly you have to give up this bodily conception, and you have to think that I am the Nitya maid servant, Kinkari of Radhaji in Vrindavan. I am the maid servant of Srimati Radhika. Vishbhanu Nandani is Radhika. I am going to be Kinkari Roop. Please, she will accept. This is my asha. My hope is that Radharani will accept me as a maid servant. And this is your bhajan. By Harinam you will get everything. As much, how much Harinam you will do, accordingly that material life will be far away from you. How much Harinam you do, according to how much Harinam you do, in the same proportion, you will have realization of Ashakti from this material world. Detachment of this material. For example, there is one person
दिल्ली से
he wants to go.
वृंदावन पे उठ जा रहे
He wants to go. He's going from Delhi to. He's going from Delhi to Vrindavan, and as he's approaching, as he's traveling, then Vrindavan is coming near, and Delhi is going far away. So as much how much bhajan we do, that nearer we will get to the Bhagwan, and then we will leave Maya far away. But the more we go into Maya, then Bhagwan will be far away from us.
समझ में आया कि नहीं? इसलिए
That's why go towards Bhagwan. सिंधु पार
আমার গৌরাঙ্গের ঘাটে পদান খেয়া জড় অন্ধ আতুর স্বামী পান হরি নামে নৌকা খানি শ্রীগুরু কান্ডারি
Kandari, captain.
हरि नाम है नौका खंड हरि नाम क्या है
Harinam is a boat. You take shelter of that.
में क्या है
And Guru Padma is he's a boatman. Boat. He's the captain.
आप बोट में बैठ जाओ
Yes, you just sit in the boat. Boat is what? Harinam. Boat is Harinam. Boat is Harinam, and you take shelter of Harinam.
हरि नाम का आश्रय करो
Bas, have a hope in faith in Harinam.
faith in
Harinam.
chanting holy name.
Chanting holy. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Bihari Lal ki Jai.
प्रसाद पा और प्रसाद पढ़ के
You take prasad. After prasad,
डेस्टिनेशन में चले जाओ
then you go back to your destination. Pack your bags.
सामान ज्यादा सामान लेकर
Yeah, they don't carry so much.
हाँ चलो
They left it in Delhi, na?
अरे इनके सामान सब है
They carry to Happy birthday, Saman.
हैप्पी बर्थडे सामान
You go to Saman means luggage.
अरे ये लो कितने समय 10:30 से कितने समय
हाँ हो गया अरे 11 हो गया 10 minutes to 10 11
अरे जगन्नाथ प्रसाद लो आ जाओ Hey, take this.
take this. Thank you.